Hello, and welcome once again to the weekly events. This week we have a bit more of South African news. 18 years ago, Denel was given 7.7 billion rands to create and build the new Badger military vehicle to replace our old Ratels. To this day, not one has been made, and of course, they need more money to be able to build half of what they promised originally. The Special Investigations Unit has raided the house of Hangwani Mwamela, a distant family member of Cyril Ramaphosa, seizing luxury and exotic motorcars, artworks, and other assets. This is because he is believed to be the main person in the Tembisa Hospital looting and corruption case, where more than 2 billion rands have been stolen. His seized assets is to the value of 890 million rand. Now, these two stories is not a once-off or maybe even a twice-off type of thing here in South Africa. This is unfortunately how things have been going in South Africa for the past 30 years. From having the best electricity prices in 1994 in the world to having some of the most expensive electricity prices in the world at the moment. Professor William Gumede has said that BEE has led to more poverty, with maybe 100 people sharing in R1 trillion worth of wealth because they got empowered and then they got re-empowered and then they got re-empowered over and over again, while the rest of us is sliding into poverty, unemployment, and inequality. What a statement for that professor to make. So how long can our country maintain this gravy train for the corrupt government and their cronies? Not long. This is why they want to start to tax you on your pension funds. It is called the granny tax. So if you have been saving and putting away money to retire and want to leave our country, or maybe you have been living somewhere else and putting money away, but want to come back to South Africa to retire here in our country, then they can tax you on that nest egg that you have built up. They have also cut two-thirds of the funding for Quintile 5 schools in Gauteng. That type of schools just happen to be mostly white Afrikaans schools. The parents will just have to suck it up and pay for what the government has been taking or has taken away. Not been taken away, has taken away. Unfortunately, I believe that these types of stories will become more and more commonplace as the country becomes poorer and poorer. It seems that it's not only just South Africa that's a bit in a credit crunch, but also the whole world is in debt. Global public debt will exceed the size of the world economy within 5 years. IMF chief Kristalina Georgieva warned on Wednesday, calling the trend a sobering reality for policymakers worldwide. Public debt refers to the total debt held by governments, businesses, and households. Georgieva said the surge in borrowing is driven by fiscal deficits, pandemic legacies, and rising interest costs in both advanced and emerging economies. Global public debt is projected to exceed 100% of the global GDP by 2029. Now, it comes back to Trump that's putting his eggs in the basket of the digital currencies. Maybe that is that's one of the reasons how they will get us all to take the digital IDs and digital currencies. Then the debt of the whole world, that problem can maybe be solved. Now for some Russia and Ukraine news. Kyiv's US-made Patriot air defense systems are proving increasingly ineffective at repelling Russia's missile strikes. Former Deputy Chief of General Staff of the Ukraine Armed Forces, Igor Ramanenko, has claimed. The first of the missile systems arrived in Ukraine in April 2023, and they have been supplied by a number of NATO countries, including the United States, Germany, and the Netherlands. Kyiv does not have that many Patriot batteries, and the effectiveness of those at its disposal has fallen from 42% to 6% recently, the retired Lieutenant General told the Ukraine's Espresso TV on Friday. Romanenko attributed the development of software upgrades to Russia's military that has made its Iskander missiles, which have reportedly increased their speed and maneuverability as they approach their targets. It seems that this paper tiger, as Trump called the Russia's military, is still in full control of their conflict with Ukraine, despite of what the mainstream media wants us to believe. Stay informed, and may our Heavenly Father keep us safe. Thanks. Goodbye.